Excellencies, dear colleagues and friends, welcome to the Phrynikus Hall of the European Cultural Center in Delphi. Some consider Phrynikus, who lived in the 5th century BC, to be the founder of tragedy in ancient Greece. He introduced a separate actor as distinct from the leader of the chorus and thus laid the foundation for theatrical dialogue. And he first introduced female characters on the stage, but they were played by men in masks. I thought it was good also to give you a little bit of the flavor of where we are. Thank you for being with us. My name is Sneška Quadvlieg-Mihailovic, and I'm the Secretary General of Europa Nostra, the European voice of civil society committed to cultural heritage. I'm also an aficionado of the Delphi Economic Forum. This is my fourth time here. Feels always like pilgrimage to come here. Very warm welcome to the annual award ceremony, celebrating the proud winners of this year's Costa Carras European Citizens Awards. For the 3rd consecutive year, this ceremony takes place in the World Heritage City of Delphi within the framework of the Delphi Economic Forum, of which Europa Nostra, together with ELLINIKI, ETAIRIA, is a proud content partner. For the start of this ceremony, let us evoke the memory of Costa Carras, legendary champion of our shared heritage and values in Greece and across Europe. And by listening the powerful words he pronounced back in 2013 at the Herodion Theatre in Athens after receiving his own Europa Nostra Medal of Honor. Video, please.
Mr. President, you know very well that I neither sought nor anticipated such an honor. But if there was any honor I was ever to receive, this is the one which I would say I treasure most. And this for 3 reasons. First, because Europa Nostra is one of the most eminent of organizations of civil society, who in our generation are performing an absolutely fundamental role in preserving the confidence of citizens all over Europe in democratic process. Second, because Europa Nostra has placed at the center of the European project the cultural heritage of Europe, which is the only way Europe can revive and prosper. Third, because in the struggle of our generation and coming generations for a sustainable world, it will be necessary to draw on all the wealth of the tradition of the past, as well as on all the power of innovation in the future, in order to overcome a recent heritage of arrogance and greed, and in order to achieve the consequences we all desire. Mr. President and fellow members of Europa Nostra, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you.
It is always a great emotion to see and hear our Costa Carras in action and in thought. Through his visionary leadership, he has left such a lasting mark in the hearts and minds of so many people in Greece and all over Europe. Up to us to follow his power of example. And this is what Europa Nostra and ELLINIKI, ETAIRIA are doing hand in hand, day in and day out, among others by selecting and honoring exemplary citizens or civil society organizations and initiatives who are making a difference for the benefit of Europe's endangered cultural heritage and natural environment. The very first winner of our award in 2023 came from Romania, the Association Architecture Restoration Archaeology. They have fought successfully to preserve an outstanding mining historical landscape against a devastating gold mine project. Now Rosia Montana is a proud World Heritage Site and there is no mining going on there. Last year, we honored the work of the renowned and influential French TV journalist, Stéphane Bern, and also the work of two civil society organizations, one from the island of Paros in Greece and one from Istanbul in Turkey, who are fighting for the preservation of the Haydarpaşa train station. This year, we are delighted to welcome to Delphi the representatives of two extraordinary organizations coming from the Mediterranean country. One from Cyprus, the AKTI Research Project and Center, winner of the Golden Award, and the Future Food Institute, who come from Italy, and it is the winner of the Silver Award. This year's awards honor organizations and initiatives that place a greater focus on the environment. And it's very good that we are here in the sort of whole list of events under the topic, the planet. The jury's decision reflects the increasing recognition and urgency of natural and environmental challenges in both society and contemporary heritage practice, while also paying tribute to Costa Carras, whose lifelong dedication to protecting nature as heritage continues to inspire. To introduce the spirit of this citizen-driven award scheme, there can be no better person than Lydia Carras, president of ELLINIKI, ETAIRIA, the organization she founded more than 50 years ago with the love of her life, Costa Carras, with whom she fought tirelessly in defense of ethical, ecological, and aesthetical values in Greece, also here in Delphi and in nearby Arachova, as well as in Europe as a whole. Lydia, the floor is yours.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, σας ευχαριστούμε. I'll start in Greek and continue in English. Yes. Σας ευχαριστούμε που είσαστε σήμερα μαζί μας εδώ στους Δελφούς, σε έναν τόπο που τόσο αγαπούσε ο Κώστας. Επισκεπτόταν τουλάχιστον μία φορά το χρόνο. Είναι για μένα και για αρκετούς παρόντες η μέρα χαρμολύπης, όπως πολύ ωραία το εκφράζει η ελληνική γλώσσα. Λύπης γιατί η απουσία του μας πονάει, αλλά και χαράς γιατί το έργο του αποκτάει όλο και μεγαλύτερη αναγνώριση στην Ευρώπη μας. Φέτος είναι η τρίτη χρονιά της απονομής των βραβείων Ευρωπαίων πολιτών Κώστας Καράς και οι υποβολές από κάθε γωνιά της Ευρώπης, από την Πορτογαλία μέχρι την Αρμενία και από την Σουηδία μέχρι την Ελλάδα, αυξήθηκαν θεματικά. This award for European citizens who struggle to preserve an endangered heritage in their country is the most suited to Costa's interests and vision. He dedicated his life to fight with passion for the preservation of Greek heritage, both man-made and nature. But he campaigned with equal commitment for European heritage at risk. We are all very grateful to our founding partners of the Costa Carras Award, to the AG Leventis Foundation for sponsoring these awards. Costa was a close friend of both the late Dino Leventis, the founder of the foundation, a man of rare qualities, and his brother Tasso Leventis, who was supposed to be here today, but he's ill he arrived in Athens and he's now with fever in bed. They continue successfully the work of this great foundation. We're also very grateful to the IB Institute for supporting and promoting this initiative. And of course, to the Delphi Economic Forum and Symeon Tsomokos, a good friend of Costa, who so kindly and generously hosts our awards. Costa would have been very pleased with the choices of the distinguished pan-European jury. On behalf of all of us, I would like to thank the members of the jury, the President, Stefan Balici, President of the Romanian Order of Architects, Romania, Guy Claus, Vice President of Europa Nostra, from Luxembourg, Fani Maluhu Tufano, Professor Conservation and restoration and management of architectural monuments and sites at the Technical University of Crete in Greece, Sneška Quadvlieg-Mihailovic, Secretary General of Europa Nostra, Netherlands, Serbia, and Paolo Vitti, Board Member of Europa Nostra, Associate Professor, School of Architecture, University of Notre Dame from Indiana in the USA and Italy. For the Gold Award, they chose AKTI project for its exemplary work in mobilizing young and old to protect the natural heritage at risk in Cyprus and many other areas of Europe and beyond. The Silver Award is also very exciting. It is presented to the Italian Future Food Institute, who, starting with the realization that the ancient Greek nets used by fishermen in Naples were protecting small fish, developed a whole program dedicated to food heritage and its social and economic practices with a vision for the future. We all know how difficult the work for heritage and environment is, and also how difficult it is to bring much needed international attention and alignment to environmental protection. These civil society organizations do just that, and for that, we thank them. These awards are for citizens. Costa believed in the vital role of citizens to protect heritage and to protect democracy. We live in a world devastated by wars, conflict, some very close to us. Democracies, once more, are in danger in many parts of our planet. The citizens who won these awards should give us hope that we should not despair. The good can prevail. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lydia Carras, always inspiring words. And you mentioned that this initiative, of course, could not exist without esteemed partners. It's always in the power of partnerships. And so we will now give the floor to these trusted three founding partners. And first, the Delphi Economic Forum. Dear Symeon, happy 10th anniversary. Congratulations to you and your amazing team on this important milestone and incredible achievement. You are really a champion because you really need a brave and capable man to achieve what you have achieved here. And we are very proud to be with you and to benefit from the support of Delphi Economic Forum for this initiative. And I just want to say today, Symeon, more than ever, the world needs the oasis for dialogue and building bridging like what is happening here in Delphi. So thank you for that. The floor is yours. Thank you for being a believer in that vital intersection between politics, business, environment, and culture. All that comes together, and that was also very much Costa's philosophy in life and action. Another organization that is very much dedicating to these values is the Anastasios A.G. Leventis Foundation from Cyprus. An extraordinary foundation that generously supports many disciplines, but in particularly the wider world of education, science, and culture. And Europa Nostra would not have been able to sort of develop over the last decades and to be what it is now without the support of, very general support of this foundation. We are also proud that recently we launched the Europa Nostra Heritage Hub in Nicosia after having opened a hub in Athens. And again, the Leventis Foundation is one of the founding partners. And for this award as well, they are everywhere where cultural heritage needs to be promoted, not just in their country, but in the wider region and in Europe as a whole. Paul. The chairman of the foundation, Anastasios Paul Leventis, arrived last night in Athens from London to be here, but because of health problems, he could not travel further to Delphi, but he kindly recorded a video message for us. So video, please.
Much to my regret, I will not be able to attend the Delphi Economic Forum award. As you can hear from my voice, I've just acquired a rather nasty cold, and I didn't want to come and spread it to anybody else. So please do accept my apologies. But I have Lydia suggested that I should deliver the speech that I was going to give in any event. So here it goes. So, Costa Carras Gold Award. It's a great pleasure to present the prestigious Costa Carras Gold Award established by ELLINIKI ETAIRIA, which, since its inception, has championed cultural heritage in Greece, including, more recently, also natural heritage, to AKTI, a non-government, non-profit organization based in Nicosia, Cyprus. For 25 years, AKTI has been at the forefront of promoting sustainability and the green transition in Cyprus and the Mediterranean, building an active citizens network and mobilizing people for meaningful change. Their work reflects a deep understanding that global challenges require collaborative solutions, a recognition of the power of partnerships, the importance of sharing knowledge, and the value of combining expert insight with grassroots action. Above all, AKTI have demonstrated ways of harnessing the power of active citizenship, engaging people in the decisions that shape their future, from mitigating climate change to promoting environmental policies. AKTI has led impactful campaigns that foster community engagement, education, and citizen-driven solutions. They have pioneered innovative initiatives, from encouraging individuals to take simple yet powerful actions like picking up litter from beaches and documenting their findings through social media, to mobilizing students in 500 schools to convert used cooking oil into biodiesel. They have worked to address key environmental concerns, such as desertification, to embrace nature-based social and technological innovations as a key to sustainability. Through partnerships, they focus on mobilizing such businesses as drivers for change, demonstrating that sustainability is not just an environmental necessity, but an economic opportunity. Their guiding principle is clear: awareness leads to change. Today, as I present this award, I do so in recognition of 25 years of outstanding work, and as an encouragement to continue making a lasting impact. Keep up the great work.
Let me also greet in the audience the presence of His Excellency, the Ambassador of Cyprus. It is, of course, fantastic that the winner this year comes from this country. But before we do the presentation of the awards, the last but not least, third important partner for us at Europa Nostra, it is the Institute of the European Investment Bank. We are running the European Oscars for Cultural Heritage with the European Commission, but we are also fighting to save endangered heritage through the 7 Most Endangered program with the Institute of the European Investment Bank. That's why it is very appropriate that you are also supporting this award, and I'm delighted to give the floor to Shiva Duster, head and the director of the European Investment Bank Institute. Shira, the floor is yours.
It's a real honor to be here today at my first time at the Delphi Economic Forum, and I already feel really the special energy that is in this historical setting. A place really of dialogue, reflection, and vision for the future, and therefore we are very honored as the EIB Institute to celebrate excellence, commitment, and the power of collective action in safeguarding really our shared heritage and environment more than ever before. First and foremost, allow me to extend my warmest congratulations to this year's award winners, the AKTI Project and Research Center from Cyprus and the Future Food Institute from Italy. Their remarkable work embodies the very essence of the Costa Carras European Citizens Award for the safeguard of endangered heritage, a commitment to sustainability, cultural preservation, and social responsibility. Now, why does it matter? Because cultural and environmental heritage are at the heart of Europe's identity. Europe is not just a political or economic reality. It is a living, breathing cultural project. Our landscapes, our traditions, historical sites tell the story of who we are. And yet, they are increasingly under threat from climate change, urbanization, and neglect, and more recently also conflict. But protecting heritage is not just about the past, it's also about the future. Sustainable development and culture preservation go hand in hand. The projects we honor today show that innovation and tradition work together to create solutions that benefit both people and the planet. No single institution or organization can tackle these challenges alone, and this is why the EIB Institute is proud to be founding partner of these awards, alongside Europa Nostra, the ELLINIKI, the AG Leventis Foundation, and of course the Delphi Economic Forum. Together we are building bridges between public and private actors, between local and international efforts, between the past and the future generations. Through these efforts, we are not only preserving historical sites, but also creating economic opportunities, fostering social cohesion, and reinforcing Europe's global leadership in cultural sustainability. The achievements of AKTI and the Future Food Institute remind us that each of us has a role to play in shaping a more sustainable and inclusive future. Whether through policy, investment, or grassroots activism, we must continue to champion the causes of cultural and environmental preservation. So let us take inspiration from today's winners and double our efforts to protect and promote our shared heritage. Because in doing so, we are not just safeguarding buildings, landscapes, or traditions, we are safeguarding the very foundations of our European identity. So once again, my heartfelt congratulations to the award recipients and our deepest gratitude to all of you who work tirelessly to protect our cultural and environmental legacy.
Thank you, dear Shiva, for your support, for being here, and for championing the cause of heritage within the European Investment Bank. Now, we are going to present the awards to the proud winners. First, the Golden Award. The Gold Award, you have already heard, goes to AKTI Project and Research Center from Cyprus. Unanimously, the jury decided that the laureate of the Golden Award will be AKTI in recognition of its 25 years of dedication to protecting and championing Europe's natural heritage. Before we present the award, we have a 2-minute video on this project. So can we see the video, please? Can I invite Dr. Xenia Loizidou, Chair of the Board of Directors of AKTI Project and Research Center, to come to the stage to receive the award. And I invite Lydia Karas and Shiva Duster to join me here for the presentation of the award. Thank you so much.
Ευχαριστώ πολύ. Thank you so much for this prestigious award. Can I continue in Greek or in English? Huh? In Greek? Okay. Νιώθω πάρα πολύ συγκινημένη. Το βραβείο του Κώστα Καρά για τον Ευρωπαίο πολίτη. Κώστας Καράς European Citizen Award. Νιώθω ιδιαίτερα συγκινημένη γιατί γνώριζα τον κύριο Καρά. Ήταν τιμή μου που γνώριζα τον κύριο Καρά στην Κύπρο. Συνεργαστήκαμε πριν από πολλά χρόνια. Και αυτό το βραβείο έχει πολύ μεγάλη σημασία για μας. Ιδιαίτερη σημασία. Γιατί είναι στο όνομά του και τιμάμε τον κύριο Καρά. Σας ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ. Ευχαριστούμε πολύ την ελληνική εταιρεία, τη Europa Nostra, το Ίδρυμα Leventis, το Ινστιτούτο της Ευρωπαϊκής Τράπεζας Επενδύσεων και βέβαια το Οικονομικό Φόρουμ Δελφών για αυτή τη μεγάλη τιμή. Εδώ και 25 χρόνια, ένα τέταρτο του αιώνα, η AKTI δουλεύει για την αειφορία. Η AKTI δουλεύει στις θάλασσες του κόσμου για την πλαστική ρύπανση. Στη δική μας τη θάλασσα, Mare Nostrum, που έχει γίνει σούπα πλαστικών και είναι hot spot κλιματικής κρίσης, για την κλιματική αλλαγή που πριν από 25 χρόνια που ξεκινήσαμε τη λέγαμε κλιματική αλλαγή και αυτή τη στιγμή μιλάμε για κλιματικό χάος, για τη συμμετοχή του πολίτη. Η AKTI κάθε χρόνο φτάνει σε 125.000 μαθητές σε όλη την Ευρώπη, κυρίως όμως στην Κύπρο. Μαζεύουμε πάνω από 2.000 τόνους σκουπίδια που θα κατέληγαν στις χωματερές με μεγάλο αποτύπωμα, εξοικονομούμε μεγάλο αποτύπωμα, μειώνουμε το αποτύπωμα του άνθρακα και πάρα πολλές άλλες δράσεις όπως αυτές που ήδη δείξαμε για την απερίμωση. Σας ευχαριστούμε πολύ για αυτή τη βράβευση, γιατί μας δίνετε φωνή. You give voice to us with this award. And what we want to say is that sustainability is not about theory. Sustainability is not a theory. Sustainability is about action. Sustainability needs the implementation of solutions, and solutions need expertise, deep knowledge, partnerships, such as this one, and passion. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, and thank you so much for this call to action, basically a call to walk the talk. So we will follow your advice. Now from Cyprus, we will travel to Italy, but we remain in Mare Nostrum. So we will go to Italy, to the Future for Food Institute. And this is an extraordinary organization that the jury of the award stated that it is this institute is a pioneering force in transforming global food systems through education, innovation, and community engagement, recognizing food as far more than mere sustenance. Future Food Institute highlights its profound role as a cultural expression deeply woven into societal traditions. So we also have, I think, a video, a short video, so can we see it before we present the Silver Award to the Future Food Institute? The sound. Can we have the sound? Ah, there is no sound. Thank you. I think silence is also sound, and the beauty of the images was speaking for itself. So we will now ask Sara Roversi, president of the Future Food Institute and Paideia campus, to come on stage. And this is an organization which is founded in 2014 in Italy and now operates internationally with hubs in all over Europe, the United States, and Asia. So, Sara, please come to the floor. And can I ask once again, Lydia, can I ask, and Sara, once again, female power. So much. Once again, all together.
So now I have to explain something about the video. First of all, I feel very honored to be here today and to receive the European Citizens Award for safeguarding heritage at risk. This is a huge responsibility that we all have. Thank you so much for this award to Europa, Nostra, to the Delphi Forum and all the partners. And I decided today not to come alone. So I'm here on stage, but I'm just the peak of a big iceberg. I decided to be here today with two of my teachers and mentors, and I'm very glad because today in the first row we have another incredible knowledge keeper and mentors, Professor Antonia Tricopoulou, that is a great supporter of Mediterranean diet and a great teacher of all of us. But let's say my organization started, rooted in San Francisco, Singapore, Tokyo, looking to build the future, starting from the end. At some point in 2020, I had the chance to bump into Pollica, that is the Italian emblematic community of Mediterranean diet. Not only bumping into Pollica, but bumping into a community that has been selected by UNESCO because it's representing the living heritage of Mediterranean diet. My organization has been always working with FAO and different United Nations agencies, really trying to work at the intersection between food and climate, empowering youth, as you have seen, but we never bumped into cultural heritage like it was happening with them. So today I'd ask to the mayor of Pollica, Stefano Pisani, who's the one behind our community since the beginning of the heritage and is safeguarding and unleashing the power of Mediterranean diet, connecting the dots within the emblematic communities, but also spreading and working hard to make it as a really an heritage of the humanity. So not only from Europe and European, but for the humanity. And so please stand up, Stefano, because you deserve an applause from everyone. And another very important person. You have seen a fisherman, and we work with youth of every age. Our youth goes from 0 up to 100 because Pollica is full of centenarian people. And we work in a place that is our school. Farms, the boat of Vittorio, the fisherman that is here with me today. And since when we bumped into Cilento, he basically decided to be one of our teacher and knowledge keepers, hosting all our students in his small boat and teaching to everyone how Menaica nets are allowing us to fish in a sustainable way, learning from the Greeks how to protect our coast and how to protect our biodiversity. So Pollica for us is not only the emblematic community of Mediterranean diet, and Pollica and Cilento represent for us the real future lands. In a time in history in which we have people that are fighting to conquer Mars and look for lands that are not our future lands, I think that we need all to work to protect our marginal areas that are living areas that are now holding biodiversity, green water, and all the things we need. And we need all to work together to protect these places and see these places as our future. So I thank you so much for this award, but this is not going just to me, but to the entire community of Pollica and Cilento that for us became our school, our daily school. Thank you so much.
To close, big thanks to our laureates, because you have passed some fundamental messages for the planet. We are here in the program part of the sequence Planet. You have passed us the message that both nature and food are part of our culture, and that all three are fundamental pillars of sustainability and a sort of a well-being for the humankind and for the planet. Thank you for that. I think we are all here in Delphi gathered with that spirit. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for the supporters. Thank you for Delphi Economic Forum. Before the summer, we will launch the next call for applications. So if you have ideas for the next year's winner, let us know. For now, enjoy the rest of the extremely important program and rich program in Delphi.